get going here. And let's take a look and see what we see.
All right. Larotnet is a better coach, by the way.
What's that?
Larotnet is a better coach.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I'm glad you got that in there after I'd started the recording. I'll have to go edit that out. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, Reinhardt. After everything that happened, I needed time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and is this as a stack or is this just you solo?
This is as a stack.
Okay. And it's a full 6 stack or?
I think it's yeah, it's a full 6 stack. It's one of the few games where we actually play good as a team.
Okay.
Where it's bad team.
I see. I see.
I have your back.
Sure. Too late to go for that. That's fine. Yeah, so I don't love this. Nope, that's a bigger rewind than we want. Let's go like that.
Get back to
Jump
the 5,
forward. Yep.
I have
Pushing
your
up here. We're obviously worried about the hog. I don't like that we have to open ourselves to the soldier to do this, but so be it. We see the ball come through, and it's really too late to get that sleep, so no problem. But I hear that, and at this point, like, I hear that. My team's not really in trouble. I'm definitely turning to deal with this, because the ball, I imagine, just either went up and around, or he swung up and around this way. I don't care how he did it, but this ball, okay, he clearly went up and around based on where he is. But even with the information you have, that ball is going to come down on you. So, like, you've got to be ready immediately to either sleep this or at least nade yourself.
Yeah,
and preferably
I lost him.
Yep.
And that's why I held the nade. I figured, you know, whenever he hits me. I knew I lost him. I knew he was coming back, and I just said, I'll nade when he hits me.
Okay. Okay. You can do that. On the other hand, this is a really easy sleep to hit here too, right? Like, this is a really easy sleep where he's lost all of his momentum. But you can do this. The problem with the nade is the nade, how do I put this? The nade, you have to wait until you're sort of close to the ground. But hey, at least we get a teammate with that nade, but I sure would have preferred, and you know this, to get me and him with the nade as opposed to me and my Ryan with his nade, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we just need to, you know, be like, hey, I'm actually going to worry about this thing that's off me as opposed to hoping it goes away. Which you don't. You then turn and deal with it. Good. Sure.
I need healing.
The melee makes it slower, right? The reload.
Yeah, the melee isn't helping you with the reload. Unless
I need.
Yeah. All good. All good. Unless you're actually getting value out of the melee from someone being there, not helping you.
Right.
So again, this is the sort of thing where it's like, hey, this becomes how much do you trust yourself? But like when you hear that slam, when you hear the slam, do you trust yourself enough to press the button and then find him in time?
No, my reaction time I think is a little slower than average. By
Sure.
the time he hits me, a lot of times because I'm so caught up with everything,
Sure.
I'm just caught off guard.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'd still even, like, now it's probably too late to hit the sleep, but even if you're not hitting him, even if you're accepting that I'm going to hit him with the sleep after I've been knocked up, still worth reaching for in that situation. Even if he's knocked me up and I know where he is, I'd still like you to be reaching for this sleep dart button.
Sure.
Even if you can't, the instant you hear it, you know, press the button and then try to find him in time. I'd still like this to at least get a sleep dart because he's not going to get going very fast again after this.
Yes, yeah, I turned around to look for him. I
Yep.
just didn't know where he was.
All good.
Yeah, he's getting in my head.
Yes, but you're going to sleep him once or twice now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we see him. We see
Here,
him.
I don't think I can't hit this
Oh
one.
no!
This one,
Oh no! You have to nade this. You have to nade this. Okay, good. Oh.
And then I whiff it. I just whiff it.
Yeah. Now you're just exactly. Not a big deal. We're just getting bounced on by ball a bit here. Sure.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
I nano my mercy so we can nano falcon win.
Nice! It's almost as good as Nano Blade. Sure.
You're powered up. Get in there.
As a team, obviously that blade is on too early and probably just not necessary, but so be it.
You're going to be okay.
Play here, that's fine. Drifting a little further than you need to
Yeah.
from cover. Good. Yeah, this is a fine place to be.
Step right.
He gets blown.
I have your back.
Thing is, I'm not even convinced he would have touched in time. Like,
It's just funny though the way it happened. Yeah, that
Okay,
one,
so-
like, he's getting me. He's just getting me. I'm just missing every.
well,
sleep
this
on
one
him.
was, but this is what I want reaction-wise. Like, hey, you see him, and yes, he's right in front of you, so you see him, and yes, you potentially you did miss this sleep dart, but this is what I want. I want you going for the sleep dart because this is something that you can grow into getting. You're gonna have to mess it up a dozen times before you start getting it, but that's fine. This is something that you need to get to a level where you can get, and that just means going for it. This isn't something where it's like you're going for an impossible sleep dart and you're just never gonna get it. Like, do try for these.
This will help. It's just a scratch.
Okay, that's a pretty purple. Sure.
This will help. It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Sure, okay.
Card heal me.
What's that?
I'm letting the card heal me.
Yep,
I know
that's
I'm
fine.
low.
That's fine.
Take your medicine.
Okay, now you're gonna scoot. You can scoot a tiny bit ahead of the card and still drag it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here, I think I try to rotate to high ground. I don't know if it is.
Okay.
Ellen.
Yeah, I don't want you here. Like, if this fight is going to happen on the cart now, and I can tell that. This fight is no longer going to happen in front of the cart. It's going to happen on the cart right here. So you want to be thinking about where do I want to be to contribute to this fight. And it's probably, like, at least back here. This is too close to it. So you can start working your way back now. If you can get high ground, that's fine. But that's probably a bit challenging as a rotation.
Right. Well, the reason I don't want to play back over there is because I don't want to give the soldier an LOS on me. But the fight's going to push in that room
Right.
in most situations, right? Now I'll just get... Okay.
Yeah. So you are over here, and you do, you know, potentially the soldier has a line of sight on you, which sucks, except that you've got
Right.
this rock
Yeah.
in the way here. Yep.
Just down there, I didn't want to play over there. Like, if I'm up here, I have something to hide.
You're powered up.
Yep.
Get in there.
Not gonna try for the sleep? Okay. You didn't have to try for the sleep. You were gonna get it regardless. But, you know.
Just whiff it out there, yeah.
The payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
I have your back.
Payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
I have your back. Feeling sleepy.
Good. Perfect. Just do that to ball every time and you'll be fine. Now, he won't always engage you that directly from in front, but we're getting there. Yeah.
There's nothing I could do there.
No, you were pretty stuck.
Go. I'll keep you here.
Heroes never die.
You're going to be okay.
Are you going to rotate? No. So I'd actually rotate here, and the reason I'd rotate is, are you really going to be able to heal your team through the cart?
No.
And your Mercy has Valk going, and you'd really like her to be able to use this Valk offensively for damage boost, but she
Sure.
can heal if she needs to, and she can really get anyone before this purple situation anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, like, by the time I get from here up to here where I can heal my team, I'd really rather just invest that time plus a little longer
I-
to get up to here.
I think I do rotate, but it's top right because I'm
Okay.
afraid of the Hanzo.
Okay,
I think. I'm not sure.
perfect. This still works for me. It limits your offensive ability a bit more, but at least you got
Well,
some
because
good... Yeah.
because they have the one shot, the Hanzo, I'm
Mhm.
like totally in defense mode. I don't want to expose myself at all.
Just yell at Buck to go handle him. You know.
Get back in the fight.
Okay.
He hit Diamond, by the way, after your review.
Nice, nice. It's still weird for me to be like, oh yes, this is this game with Buck in it, when it's like, no, that's not Buck. I keep having to be. It's funny to
Yeah.
see pro names in games because it's like I know these people, and it's like,
Right.
Take the medicine.
Sure. You're gonna have an easy sleep dart on him as soon as this bubble is over.
He's done.
Perfect. Almost not perfect, but perfect.
You're powered up. Get in there. You're covered.
Don't love how in the middle of the lane we are, but it's sort of a
Yeah.
bad situation.
Salaam Akbar min.
I'm a little surprised that we didn't just accept it and go for the nade here. So here we are. Great. I'll hit that nade. I'll take it. You know, it's a Zarya. I want to confirm that we get that elimination. My sleep dart is back. I'm okay. I'm missing some health, but I'm perfectly happy to go for this nade. Because
Yeah,
it'll
you can hit
also... Yeah.
I think it was just a harder. I think it was. I reacted too late, and by the time I saw the opportunity,
You're
I
going to
just
Yes.
live.
didn't want to go for it.
Yep, I understand.
Your support has arrived.
Did you have to reload there? Yeah, okay.
You're going to live.
Okay, you've got this jumpity.
Yeah, I'm very shaky player.
Okay.
Go. I should be healed.
Is this shakier than usual?
What you're doing? Yes.
The way I move my
Yes.
mouse and stuff. Yeah.
It's not so much through your mouse. I mean, some of it is your mouse, but I can tell you're like trying to hit flicks, almost like you're a McCree, which it doesn't really bother me. But like how you're pairing it with your movement is a little okay. This is gonna be a little tough. And you know, like I tell you to play tight on cover, and I'm not saying that you should then not move at all, but like you, as we go back here. I mean, compare that sequence to the average. I mean, the average diamond, the average masters VOD on my channel, any of the GM or pro Annas I reviewed, or any of the pro Anna streamers. You're not going to see this sequence right
wasp.
here. What's
Yeah.
that? Yeah,
The wad spam and the.
exactly.
Watching your back.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bad reaction. Oh no, I thought.
No, that was fine. So you tried
Yeah, it
to
was- that
heal,
was
and then you
different.
tried to go for the sleep.
I will keep you healed.
Okay. Get your reload in. Good.
This was a bad reaction. That was way too late.
Yeah, it's way too late, and you're also like totally in the open here. Like again, why aren't we here? Why are we here?
Right.
Type thing. But it's fine. Let's
Get healed.
sure.
Probably was necessary.
You're powered up. Get in there.
So this isn't amazing, and you probably know that. You're going to do it because he's pulling out his blade and he's initiating and he has to. But as a stack, you guys really want to be like more in, because if these guys all go, hey, we have 2 seconds to pay attention to Genji before his front line gets here, they can actually deal with it. even with the Nano Blade, like they've got a pretty decent chance between Flash, between Discord Orb, between Azaria Bubble, between Storm Arrow. Like they've actually got decent tools to deal with him, and they've got like 2 seconds to do so before your team is in. So we'd really like these Dragon Blade initiations to be a little lower, a little
As
later.
a stack, we have a problem with getting picked or not initiating fights
Mhm.
early enough. So I think we kind of rush our combos
Yep.
just to make the space for us to move in.
Yep. Okay, well then, then we just yell at our, not just our Reinhardt, but our whole team for like, hey guys, play your corners. You should, rely less on your AD spamming and more on your corners. And like, it should be a, hey, we push when our Reinhardt creates space for us. Not necessarily with our Reinhardt, but when our Reinhardt is making space, that's when we deepen our angle type thing. That's when we deepen our angle type thing. But okay, no problem. There we go. You're going to look for a follow-up. So you see the Transcendent, so you're just going to Hail Mary with an... Oh, no, you don't have it. Pause made me lose track.
Watching your back.
Where are you going to play from? Good.
I don't really feel too safe playing up here though because the Hanzo.
Yep.
He's not here yet, but I know at any time if I get lazy, he could just pick me.
Yeah.
But I know it's
That's
the
true of
textbook
Overwatch in
proper-
general.
Yeah.
It's true of Overwatch in general. If you get lazy at any time, you could get
Yeah,
picked.
it's true.
It's not just a Hanzo thing.
It's true.
Okay.
I just know this is the textbook right place to play, or one of them.
Yeah,
You know,
this
it's
is
high ground. It's
this is good. I like that you're playing here. This is what we would like. So here's what we run into though. It's a little bit like, hey, this had to be from this direction and this direction, which is perhaps a little bit more than we'd like. But this is yes, a good place for you to be playing. I mean, we could make an argument for should you be here, but no, this is a perfectly valid place for you to play. But you're also at a little bit of an off angle. And what do I want you to do? Go ahead.
what about the bottom of the truck, like the actual the truck, like where the front cab is at, like.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
that
play
would
on
be
the
a good
engine.
spot to play.
You could play on
Yeah,
the
or
engine
like
just fine.
or behind the engine.
Oh, down here?
Yeah, like right there. Yeah, like right there. That would.
It's okay. You're probably gonna get snuck up on and get
Right.
like remember, someone's gonna control this. If your team isn't controlling this, the opponents will control this. And if the opponents are controlling this, you being here is you getting crushed, right? So
Right.
someone's gonna have to control this. So if your Kree is here, oh, I'm gonna play down here. Well, now I can't heal my Kree. Whereas if I'm here, I can heal my Kree and help him control this.
Right, and me and him we can work together and hold it.
Right. So it's not amazing. But this I look at and go, hey, that's becoming... Oh, the Diva's gone? Sweet. I'm looking for an Ed. Oh, you can't see all the silhouettes over there, but there's stuff over there. We want it.
Right.
Oh, now I see 2 things. I want my nade. Okay.
I'm low. I didn't even realize it.
Yep.
And I
You'll
threw
just
it
drop
at
for
ACAL.
Mega. You just dropped for Mega, right? Oh,
I don't
boy.
think I do. I don't think
Oh,
I do. I don't think I
boy.
realize how low I am.
60 seconds. You're going to be okay.
Trying to reload, we don't even go for the Mega. That hurts. Okay.
Yeah, it was bad. That was bad. I'm not used to playing in this spot, so my
Sure,
brain
sure.
forgot there's a mega there.
No problem. No problem.
Just when they're playing snipers, my biggest issue is I know I'm supposed to take high ground, but I become so passive from the fear of the snipe that's why I kind of I'm like, should I just play low ground? At least I'm comfortable.
Well,
around
no.
the
So
corner.
here's the thing: if you're really tied up by their snipers, by their hit scan, whatever, if it's like, hey, this is a problem, yes, you can go. I'm not going to play on that high ground spot, and you run into that on BAP sometimes too, where it's like, and BAP really needs his high ground. Where you go,
Right.
fine, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to play it more of a parallel to my team. So you might
Right.
go, hey, the fight is happening. I don't know, right here. My team is here. I'm going to play from here so that I don't get sniped, or I'm going to play from here so that I don't get sniped. And you can do that. You'd still like to find chances to sneak through and drop a nade, sneak through and drop a sleep dart, but you can go as Anna. I'm going to play perpendicular to the enemy team. It's not great, but I can do it at times if I'm really not liking the sniper situation. But once the team fight gets real, once my team is actually challenging theirs, the sniper can't just hold a bead on where I am to challenge me. So if I come out here to peek and take a shot or two, the opposing Hanzo really can't instantly flick to me. The opposing Hanzo
Sure.
really can't instantly flick to me because I'm switching from this, like I'm just not participating in the poke phase, but then when we transition to the brawl phase, then I'm able to
Right. I'm
more
able to
seriously
get away with more.
contribute.
Yeah, because I play like every sniper is Kefri,
hmm
and I don't think that's true.
Well, they're not. They're not Kefri. Some of them are better
No.
than Kefri. No.
Yeah.
So what you look at is it's not just that though. It's the phases of the fight. Like once the brawl is happening, or if someone's on top of them, or if it's happening, they can't just stay on you. And you can pay attention to them. You can also choose to take sniper battles.
Right.
Excuse me. With them after you know they're tied by something else. But it's a lot about, in terms of respecting enemy snipers, respecting the when as much as the sightlines. So the sightlines matter
Right.
a ton before the fight starts, but once the fight has started, if I'm Hanzo, I can't just keep my arrow trained on where you're going to appear because
Right.
there's a
Well, there's
fight.
a hog in his face. There's a
Right.
fight going on.
There's a fight going on. There's objective pressure. There's all that.
Yeah, and if I just change my angle or back up a little bit and he's waiting for me to re-peek, now he's not contributing to the fight. He's just stuck there
Right.
waiting.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
just going to drop down here, or I'm going to, maybe I'm going to go over here and I'm going to from here heal my buddy who's up here fighting, or I'm going to take some offensive shots and he's not doing anything to me or to anyone else because he's waiting for me to appear type thing. You got it.
Right.
You got it.
You're going to be okay.
I can't believe I didn't go for the mega. That's amazing. 8
Yeah,
health.
it is.
I
it
get
is.
overwhelmed by the fight sometimes. I don't know if that's common or if I'm just slow, but I find myself getting overwhelmed by the fight a lot.
Well, getting overwhelmed, the solution to getting overwhelmed is to break things down one at a time. Like, you cure
Right.
overwhelming by getting better at Overwatch, but what you really do to get better at Overwatch is you go, I don't have to make as many mental inputs anymore because
Because they're just
I-
automatic.
they're just automatic. I don't have to think about this ball because I just react to the ball appropriately with my sleep dart. I don't need to think about the timing of when I can peek with this Hanzo here because my brain is doing 90%
already-
of that
yeah.
on autopilot. What's that?
Right.
Right.
Or like the rotating to high ground. I don't have to think, is this the right time? I already know. Or I know where the right spot to play from, etc. because I built it into my autopilot.
Exactly. You got it. So, don't worry about being overwhelmed. It could be a sign of, hey, am I too close to the fight? Am I in the middle of chaos when I shouldn't be? But
Right.
overall, it's mostly a, hey, we're just looking to make the series of questions that we have to go through, the many, many decisions we have to make per minute, make them, hey, I actually only need to make 3 decisions because my standard firmware covered the rest.
LaRockBet told me that I should, when I'm overwhelmed, to just run into the other team and throw a nade, so it'll overwhelm them
There you
because they'll
go.
be afraid. Yeah,
There you go.
he's a great coach.
I think you should also yell Leroy Jenkins. I think that helps.
Yeah. Oh, you're an OG. You remember that.
Attackers incoming. Touch from afar. Stop the payload. My ultimate ability is charging.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I really need to break this habit of just strafing when there's no reason to.
Right. Like you're actually
I'm
making yourself.
watching it and I'm like, this is hell.
You're
I'm just
making it
making my shots harder.
right. You're making it harder to aim, and like, oh, I'm strafing as my cover. Well, how about cover as your cover? Like, I'm
Right.
I'm pretty good with cover as your cover, and unless you get one shot by a sniper, you take damage and you just go like that, and you're literally making your shots harder. You got it.
أنا هاخد بالي منك.
I've sighted the enemy.
Okay, we want to be behind cover while we're reloading.
Walk it off.
You flinched. You
Yeah,
flinched.
this is just-
أنا هاخد بالي منك.
I've sighted the enemy.
No, I do get it. I'm not heartless here. Like, I get it. He went low health. Oh no, you
Yeah,
finished your reload. I was thinking you were still reloading.
No.
No, you
and
don't need to.
I just tried to hit it, and I actually dropped to heal him. I really screw up.
Oh
Walk
yeah,
it off.
forget that.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. I think I dropped to heal him, and then I just
Yeah,
get caught on
like,
this.
You have a Moira down here that you can. Oh, now you don't, but you did. There's a Mega that he was just, like 2 seconds from. You stay up here and you can go up. from up here I can do things. Now you might drop anyways because you might go, you know what, that Hanzo just scares me too much and I'm going to drop. But we'd have liked to have the option to unload some of our abilities from up here. Maybe unload, we've already unloaded our sleep. There's nothing on the team that can dive us, so let's unload our sleep dart and now let's drop and do this if we have to.
Right.
Ned,
I just whiffed that, and then
You did.
Yeah.
We are not a fan of these nades. Like you're looking at that and you're just like, no, my nade just automatically goes to the same place I'm aiming. No, it does not.
Yeah.
It arcs. We have to aim up.
you're going to be okay.
Okay.
yeah, that was just that. happy
This is you being overwhelmed. That's exactly what this is. So we look here and it's like, hey, I'm here. You're trying to think about your strafe dodging. You're using some brain cells for that. You're using some brain cells for healing this Rhine with hip shots. You're using some of your brain cells
going
again
to
for
be
this
okay.
moving. You're like, oh, there's a fight over there. I should
Yeah,
contribute
and I'm
to
like,
that
where
fight.
am I supposed to be? I'm like,
Where's
I'm right
this-
in the open. I can't be here. Yeah, I'm like,
Exactly. You're like, let
I'm
me heal
panicking.
Buck while you're panicking about being in the air. Imagine if everything had just been done from here. You'd be like, I have this cover against this, and now I can turn and heal these guys, and I don't have to be panicking against, let me keep this pillar between me and them while here, Torb. I'll just heal
I
Torb
just
from
feel
here.
so antsy to play there because in my mind, like I'm a very flanker scared support,
Okay.
and I just always imagine that there's a scary flanker right around every corner. So I feel like if I play there, someone's just gonna pop up. But I know I can deal
Yes,
with it.
the BAP flanker is going to show up on you.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
I know.
It's just I just get sometimes I just get panicked and I'm like, I need to be behind my tank right now. But then I realize, oh, I'm out in the open and I don't really have a place to play from. So yeah, that would have been a better spot to play
But
from. I should have
also,
just stood there.
If you think about, like, you are behind your tank. Back here is behind your tank because
Sure.
the map has flipped. This is where the opponents are right now. So you being here is actually less behind your tank than you being back here.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, and you just get crushed in the open because they've got two different angles on you.
Yeah. The fight just kind of like everything went wrong right from the get go, and just
Sure.
that's when I got overwhelmed and I just started panic playing.
But that's okay. I mean, you can still win when you're down a player, even when you're down two. It's just part of
Sure.
that's going to come down to positioning. If you're in good positioning, it can still be hard for them to advance.
Right. I think I could just see the breakdown how the fight was gonna happen,
Mhm.
but
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Okay, so you have to get this nano quick so that you can use it so that you can be on pace for the Genji.
You're going to live.
Okay, you have to use nano this fight. You're still going to win this fight with nano.
yeah.
I will keep you healed.
I'm waiting for it to happen.
Yep. I would be yelling at my team to make it happen, but that's okay. Because now we're in a situation where Buck is up to 30%, and I'm still going to nano, but I wanted to nano when he was at 12%.
Yeah, on pace for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you. But I didn't want to burn it either.
No, I don't want you to burn it. I want you to call the fight plan around using your nano. It's pretty common, even in ladder, to sort of call the fight plan based on who's driving the ult that you're planning to win the fight with. And your guys were fighting, if you look at this team fight. Well, your tanks are just playing in the open without any sense of cover anyway. So, like, hey, we've got that, but high noon happens, so be it. We've used our lamp. I still hate that we're just hanging out here. But rather than hang out here, let's just push up and actually take the fight. Let's actually take the 5v6 affirmatively. Or maybe we wait until this door closes, but I wouldn't even worry about it. I'd say, hey, our tanks are just sitting here giving shield anyways. If they're not going to go behind cover and get real resources, let's just press W and then when they're there, nano type thing. And
So this would be a situation where either we give ground and regroup for next
Mhm.
fight, or we push in and try to make something out of it, even
Yeah.
if we're down one.
Yeah, this would be one of those situations. You can either full-on retreat, which again, just based on the specifics of your nano situation and how shallow that point is in the cart right now, or how shallow that is, I'd probably say, yeah, let's try and force it. Let's try and force the 5v6. But you would have taken, better positioning to do that. So yes,
Right.
this would be we're down one. We either take the fight
I'm
using
pretty sure I was calling for us to give space, if
Oh,
I
okay.
can recall correct. I'm pretty sure I was
That's-
saying give space, back up, give space, wait.
Okay, I'm okay with that. But if we're giving space, I actually want us to give space because this is
Well,
not giving
yeah,
space.
we don't really, we give space and we like to hold space. We can't really enforce. That's our number
There you
one thing.
go. There you go. This is my space and I can't hold it. Yeah, good
Yep,
good team
but
motto.
I'm not gonna leave it. But I'm not gonna leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Get in.
Yeah, we're gonna want that one back.
You're going to be okay. You're powered up. Get in there.
Cat. Sure.
I get a big nade off here.
What's that?
I get a big nade off here.
Yeah, I bet. Which is
No
helpful.
one could follow up on it. No one could follow
That
up
was
on
fine,
it. But I
though.
know it stops them. Yeah, I know
Exactly.
it halts their advance.
Yep, it halts they have the window you want them to get a little paralyzed.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I was just like, ooh, big nade.
Out
But
of my way. You're covered.
I'm not loving that.
it's just garbage time. I just threw it out there.
Okay.
But the nade on the hog was definitely, I didn't really need that because he's a hog. He can something else.
Yeah.
With the damage reduction. It's redundant.
Step right. Let them out.
Dude. He's high nooning right next to you and you're not even going to check on him? You can absolutely heal this. You can absolutely buy him an extra second to get his high noon off. Oh well.
He just died. He died so fast that I couldn't. I couldn't react
Didn't
to it.
though. He didn't die so fast. Like, here's the thing.
Let's see. I probably just had a brain fart. Okay.
Yeah, like, he popped High Noon and he did it with 80% health and now he's at 50% health, but the popping of High Noon should drag your eye to him a little bit
Right, I
because
should've just.
you expect him to get shot, so you're like, let me make you last longer.
Let them out.
It's not like you were hard tunneling your Rhine at that time.
Right.
I've seen you.
Yeah, I need to. I think what happened was I didn't know if it was ours or the other McCree, and by the time it clicked in my head, because the sound cues
Sure.
freak me out sometimes, by the time it clicked in my head, he was already dead.
I've seen
Yep.
worse. You're going to live.
My
Okay.
bad.
So we're gonna tuck right now, right? No.
No.
What is getting closer to this fight doing us? What is
Yeah,
this
we're
doing
gonna-
for us?
Nothing.
I believe in your ability to hit this nade from 2 meters further away. I do.
Yeah, I get punished here.
And that Zarya burns you because that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
and
when
so
that
Zarya-
happened, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I should have not been where I was at. That was a bad spot. I was like, if I show this game to Temporal, he's gonna
Oh, yeah.
rock me.
Oh, yeah.
Take your medicine.
Threading the needle. I don't love it, but I'll deal.
I have your back.
You guys have your nano blade.
You're powered up.
Great,
Get in
and
there.
now you turn and pressure the Zarya. Perfect. And I don't know about that reload though. So here we are. Oh yeah, you were at one shot.
Get back in the fight.
I've been trying to work on my reloads,
Yep.
and watching this gameplay, I think I got it close to down in the autopilot.
Yeah, no, this is
Because I
fine.
haven't noticed. Because last time I was like reloading a lot for no reason.
Yep.
Nade usage, you definitely helped me with my nade usage too. Like I know it's still a little sloppy sometimes, but it was way worse before.
Oh, sure.
Watching your VODs, like I was like, I need to hold my cooldowns unless absolutely necessary. This is stupid. I messed
Well,
up
you
here.
don't have to hold them unless absolutely necessary. Like, I have to be careful about that statement because I think you probably know better. But even if you don't, like, you're not holding your cooldowns unless absolutely necessary. You're going, hey, I need to get value out of my
Value,
cooldowns.
yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah,
not
can't
a
just willy-nilly.
right Right. It can't be a I just throw my nade to heal my Rhine just cuz. It's got to be I throw this because it actually is necessary for me to save my Rhine because he's taking a stupid amount of damage and I need the increased heal effect, right? He'll throw this to get the purples. I can't just throw it out there just cuz. But if I can get some value out of it, sure, I can throw a nade that gets a 3-person purple. And if I'm just wasting it on that, cool, lucky me. Okay.
I don't know why I walk into it.
I don't know why you're doing this either.
Take your
I don't know.
medicine.
Here you are.
I don't know why I have these brain farts. I don't know.
Yeah, like
Go ahead, drill into me. Go ahead.
you're at an angle and you could potentially like find a cute nade or hear something, but like your team's not ready to follow up on this, and your Genji's already given himself away. This is over. There's nothing that he's going to dash through anymore because you hit the nade. So now you're just revealing you're here, and I definitely wouldn't have opened this with a shot. If I was committing something from here, it would have been like a sleep to buy us more time, like a sleep at their Reinhardt or something, so that our team can reposition, and so that you can reposition.
Take your medicine.
You need to peek left.
Let them out.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Now I know I'm just in a weird spot.
You are.
Yeah.
And you don't quite have your sleep for this Mercy Rose. So you're going to try to combo?
Get
Yeah.
life.
Yep.
I will keep you here.
Unfortunate.
I don't know who woke him up. I have no clue who woke him up.
It doesn't matter. I mean, your window to get out, unfortunately, was covered
Yeah.
by the high noon.
Yeah, for the high noon, yeah. Even if I did get out the Hanzo, if someone would have turned and got me, it was better I died there. It was faster.
Okay. I mean, you can touch the cart for a second before going down.
True.
That's just pure value, but sure. Or if you really want to get cute about it, you go down to the high noon so that no one gets ult charge out of it.
Get back in the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. Really
You're going
paranoid
to
about
be
it.
okay.
The Hanzo, yeah, but you're safe here. You're losing your McCrease during high noons, and I get it. You're
Yeah.
worried about your Reinhardt, but this Reinhardt isn't actually that weak, and now you can see that this Reinhardt isn't actually weak. They were yellow because they were missing any health, but you don't know if they're at, 51% health or 99% health. So that's unfortunate. We definitely want to not try to keep chasing our Rhine. We want to get on our McCree here and see if we can keep him up just a
Yeah,
little bit
I got
longer.
caught by the wall. I should have nanoed him, but I was like, we got Nano Blade coming
No,
up.
I
just,
wouldn't have
like,
nanoed him. I would not have nanoed him. This would literally have been... Reinhardt's fine. I'm just going to stand still and aim at McCree. Like, I'm just going to... Even though he's full health, I'm going to send a dart through the air at him because there's travel time. Or, I'm just going to do that. I can hit him with healing darts right now.
Yeah, I should. That is true. That's actually, I'd never thought of it like that. I never thought to pre-heal his high note. That's actually really legit.
Yeah, no problem. There you go. Sure.
Get back in the fight. You're powered up. Get in there.
That was a little eager on that, but okay. Like, it's fine. He could do it, but usually you let him initiate rather than being like, here, go Blade.
So I think the last couple games we played, I think I missed him 3 times on a
Okay,
nano. I kept
so
giving
yeah.
it to someone else, so we're
Got
kind
it.
of like, I just don't want to miss it on you. I don't want
Okay.
to give it to our Lucio anymore, so or a Baptiste or whatever. So I'm gonna make sure that we get it
Sure.
off.
Sure.
A late blade is better than no nano blade.
This is true. A late blade is better than no nano blade.
Let them out.
Get back in the fight.
Okay, are you gonna find a building? Find an ability. So that was not finding an ability. When I'm talking about finding an ability, it's usually going to be, hey, I can try to throw something down there. If I shift my angle, is there a different one? If I shift my angle, is there a different one? Oh, look at the fat nade I can hit from here, the sleep I can hit on the Rhine that won't get shielded, etc. And you're in a situation right now where if you want to contribute more to this game, if you want to go, hey, maybe we're a little behind, I want to get us back into it, it's going to be based off of using those abilities, right? Like that's something that we sort of understand about Ana. So we look at this and go, this is just downtime. You have both abilities available. There's ways to get things done from here.
Right, and I'm just in sustain mode. I'm not in playmaker mode. I'm not trying to make a play. I'm just playing sustain.
Right. And if it was like, hey, we'll have Nanoblade up in 10%, sure, sustain. But you don't. So
Right
what's
now,
your
we need a
actual
big play.
solution? Right.
Yeah, we need a big play. I mean, I think I'm just trying not to die. But
And I think
like
that's
you
true.
said,
But you fell behind when you lost your Reinhardt, so you have to find a way back in.
right,
And
to
that's
get
by
us
doing
back
something.
in the fight. Right, and
Right.
Nade can turn. Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Missed opportunity.
Yep. Oh, you were so pinned down. You guys have no map control.
Go. I keep you healed.
I actually
never
wouldn't
did.
have gone for the Reinhardt here. I get it. You're like, hey, it's the Reinhardt. It's a big, easy target. But look at Tracer up there. And by Tracer, I mean Ball. Big, fat Ball not moving. And Ball will actually stay asleep. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas Reinhardt is almost certainly going to get woken up. The Ball is also a very easy target. It'll actually stay out of the fight for the 5 seconds there.
Go. I keep you healed. You're powered up. Get in
Sure,
there.
I believe.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay.
Ready for battle.
Look after yourself.
Yeah, I'd love for you to watch a team
I'll get
VOD
us
because you're watching mine and you're noticing things. It'd be so funny. You'd have so much fun with us.
Sure. I
You
mean,
would
yeah.
have so much fun with us.
I do team stuff. You know that. It sounds
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I
they've
know.
got to be down. But, yeah.
To my last breath.
What happened to the Zen main?
5,
The guy where you would do the live coaching with.
Oh, him.
I miss him. I miss him.
Yeah, no,
His
I think
reviews are really funny.
they are.
He used to troll you so much.
But they're so much fun.
Yeah, no, you
don't
get a
think-
kick out of it.
I don't think anything necessarily happened. I think he might have taken a small break. I know he was
Right.
running up there. He got like 4 SR away from GM, and I think because he didn't make it there, he probably
He
needed
got-
to
yeah,
take a
burnt
little
out,
bit of a
yeah.
break. And that happens. That happens.
He's probably with the Rotmet now.
There you go. I'm sure he went over there, and now he's 49.50.
Yeah, that 1000%.
Going from like 2200, 39.96 wasn't good enough. We gotta get that last bit for him.
Hey man, the Rotmet's the Rotmet will take care of it.
Oh yeah.
Take your medicine.
I'm a little concerned. Like, I'm uncomfortable that you're next to this, and I'm just like, well, is there something? Is there something here?
I think I've seen
have-
someone's on high ground, and I'm just like,
Okay.
I don't want to give him an exposure.
Okay.
I peek it.
Mhm.
But if there was a McCree there, I'd just get blown up.
Yep.
Where should I play from instead? Or should I just play further back and just wait?
No,
it
I
out
was
a little
okay.
bit?
I was okay with you being here. I would have just appreciated a peek into here.
Right
here.
first rather than because I peeked after like 5 seconds after I passed it. I was like, wait, is someone coming through there? I need to be on it right away.
Right.
Checking it.
Right. You got it.
Yeah, maybe if I
Okay.
did less AD spam, I would focus more on it.
Maybe.
Very
And now you're gonna de-spam a little harder to get over here to dump this nade in, right? That's what's gonna happen.
It's kind of a hard angle to hit. It's
It-
kind of a hard need. I think I go for it though, but I don't know. It's like
It's a little
kinda like,
hard, but
eh.
like, it's a little
as you
hard.
can
but
see,
your
my
nade
nades are
arcs.
kind of blah.
Yeah, well, you know. Okay, then scope a shot and put a single shot into that BAP and make him, you know, go, hey, BAP,
Right.
spend your
Think
shift.
about what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a
that's a
long
lot of
time for you
downtime.
to
Lot
just
of
be
downtime.
healing. Yep.
Not a down.
Get here.
And that was a shit nade. Yeah, there's no reason.
Resurrect, Hog! Resurrect!
Yeah.
That's not
After
what that ability
I was
does.
like, why the hell did I do that? That would be cool, a res nade.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay.
I will keep you healed.
Your pin's down. Yeah. Okay. So. Very uncomfortable with this. You're very uncomfortable with this, and sure enough,
Yes,
when you
1000%.
peek, a arrow just barely misses you. So what could we do to have avoided this situation? What could we have done in the last second or so to have avoided this situation?
Mm,
So first off, is our Reinhardt actually in trouble?
No.
Cool.
Not really.
So we don't actually have to open this angle, right? We can stand here and heal our Ana, heal our Widow, whatever we need to do. Our Widow's going to take a shot, right?
Right.
Is Hanzo going to look anywhere near us when Widow takes that shot?
No.
Cool. So once Widow, you know, we heal Ana, we heal Mercy, we heal Widow. Oh, Widow takes the shot. Now I'll peek, and I can peek immediately because I can tell you the instant Widow takes that shot, Hanzo's pivoting. Hanzo's going to be pivoting right now. So now that Widow's taken the shot, now I'm willing to open this angle, and I might immediately nade up there. I might immediately sleep dart up there. But that's going to be my window to push out here.
Right. I think I'm just tunnel visioning so hard on the Rhine because it's last 5 seconds.
Sure.
Like, if
So
he
if
goes
you
down,
really
but
want to
that
tunnel
would've-
vision on the Rhine,
I should have went through there.
right.
That would have been a real Anything would have been better than just looking at the Hanzo, saying, "Ah, I got to cross," and then just hoping he doesn't hit me.
You just don't like having full health, do you?
No.
Nor do you like reloading here. Okay.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Sure.
I'm just trying to get my abilities
Yeah.
off. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
no,
fight's
I get
going
it.
to hell.
I get it.
To get something. Yeah, I knew we wasn't gonna take the high ground there, and I was just like, this fight's gonna be bad.
Sure.
Ready for battle.
Awesome. Mercy.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I think I played hard pocket here, so a lot of stuff that I know I'm supposed to do, I'm just like, I'm just gonna hard pocket.
Okay.
I don't know though, but I think because like there's a lot of stuff where you'll say like, when I play Mercy, you'll be like, why the hell aren't you doing this and that? And I'll just be like, oh, I'm just hard pocketing right now. I'm Mercy main mode.
3,
Or E-girl mode would be better. E-girl
Oh,
mode would be
okay.
better. Yeah.
You're trying to make enemies now. Fair enough.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay. Sure. I hate that I mean, really, I hate that you're playing Mercy in this comp. So why do I hate that you're playing Mercy?
I guess my only really valid damage boost target is Buck.
Yeah. So that's part of it. The other thing is this comp going to spread out and give you a lot of good people to Guardian Angel too for your own safety?
Not at all. This is a brawl comp. Not at all. I can't play Lucio though.
Okay. I'd still honestly prefer you on like Zen or even Ana to Mercy, to be perfectly honest in this, just because maybe I'm underselling Mercy a little bit here, but like there's nowhere to go. You like have to tell your McCree we're gonna go hold this type thing. Like we're gonna go hold
Right.
different places if you're doing this.
Right.
But okay.
Yeah, because we already lost control of high ground. We like we liked the res. I wanted to give us the res
Yeah, no,
ability.
I understand.
And I didn't want to be so squishy because like if I'm Ana and I get dove right and I just mess up my abilities, then we probably lose the game.
Yep.
He's a little more forgiving.
Patched up.
I
But the
understand
truth-
the
yeah.
desire for Mercy on last point, or on when you can't lose one team fight, or yeah, I get it. Okay, maybe you can lose. It's close.
Barely. But if we do, it'd be like a rolling team fight at the end.
Right.
I'm taking care of you.
See, you're not hard bargaining. You're swapping.
Yeah, I
30
thought I was
seconds
hard bargaining.
remaining.
Yeah. So why are you here, though? Why are you here in the open as opposed to in here, where, you know, in here where you can still see lots of targets, but you can get a little more in terms of cover options with the building. Over here, I don't like it. Over here, I could live with it. Over here, I like it more. Over here, it's just like, I hope my Rhine shield doesn't go down.
Damn, our
And I'm
time is
getting
running
pressured
out.
for it, yeah.
Everyone
Yep.
get on defense.
Okay, he's reloading. You can heal Ryan or him.
You need a doctor?
Yeah, I just didn't get the memo to get inside there.
All good. Now we're healing Zarya. Interesting. Interesting. Are we healing Reinhardt, who's missing 20 health? Now we're healing Bap? Oh, now we want some damage. Okay. Either of the other two people were probably better for damage at that moment, but so be it. And now again, you're going to go... So, you have to make a decision. You don't have great damage boost targets over here, but you have more safety over here. Or you can Guardian Angel over to your McCree, and hey, you've got good ability to see everyone, but it's a little easier for the enemy, for the Ashe to come up here, for the enemies to take this flank. Like, you're more accessible to the enemy. But this is where your strong target is, and you could enable your McCree making this play into them. So
Right,
I'd be willing to
taking their
go
own.
over here, personally. But,
I think I do. I
okay.
don't know.
Let them out.
Nope.
Let's get you back out there.
And that's how
10 seconds remaining.
Look at the damage boost now. Okay, fine. We'll heal. Everyone's cleared. Don't just stand in the lane. Don't just stand in the lane. Don't just stand in the lane. Okay. So,
Victory.
here's how we're going to look at this.
Ready for
When we
battle.
look at your gameplay here, we've got some things we can talk about. With Mercy, you just need to play more on the sides of the fight, please. Like, Mercy is more like, hey, I'm going to play on the sides of the fight as opposed to at the back of it. Like, that's going to help you. We could get into some of the micro, but really it's an understanding of that first fight, you probably wanted your McCree to take a bit of a separated spot and boost him more like you guys did, like your Mercury did with his other Mercy in the previous round. And then during the sort of main stuff here, you really wanted to be, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here, and not I'm here. Like, this isn't,
Right.
this just isn't where you want to be. That's going to be a difference maker for Mercy. For your Anna, I'd say the first point that we want to work on is your movement. Now, your sharp movement, your hard AD strafing, etc., fell off as we got later in the game. I don't know if you settled down a bit, but it started getting lesser, though it was still there. So that's good, but we want to get rid of some of this. Stop AD strafing so hard and making things more difficult on yourself when you have cover available, and also get rid of some of the jump spam. So, like, I'm going to call this one category of movement. We're sort of making it hard for yourself, but I want to be careful that you don't try to do both of those at once. Like, we're going to work through those one at a time. So, like, let's work through our sharp AD strafing. Let's make sure if we're AD strafing that it's because it's not even like you can't AD strafe at all, but like some of this hard AD strafe that your aim isn't like super stable. And I'm not saying, oh, get rid of all your strafing, but be aware of what your cover does for you, and you're perfectly comfortable hugging the cover. And I know I've told you about hugging cover before, and I know you're working on hugging cover, but let's take that to the next step of, hey, if I've got my cover, I don't have to AD as hard. I might still do a little bit of ADing, but I don't have to do this hard, shaky AD strafing that's happening. You with
think
me
I'm
on
like-
this one? Good.
Yeah, I think I'm like paranoid of just getting into a habit of not moving, and then someone sees me, they're standing still, pop. You know what I mean? Because I scope in a lot.
Mhm.
So that's why I think I'm always trying to move. I internalize, oh, don't stay still, don't be an easy target as Ana. But it's like you've seen, I'm behind cover, I'm safe.
Yeah.
I don't really have anyone looking at me. There's no reason. I mean, I could move a little bit, but
Sure.
like, I'm really like shaking the screen
Right,
for no
and
reason.
you're really shaking, and it's like, keep in mind, a lot of your shots with Ana will be while you're scoped, when like you can't even shake the screen that hard. Like you see where we're going with this, where it's a yes, when you have cover available to you, you don't need to do it as hard, and you also, your movement isn't like that amazing for what it is either, in terms of like, you AD pretty hard, and sometimes you mix S's in there, and I can see that, but your AD pattern is fairly consistent in how you move, And that's something that has become too much of a habit for you in terms of it's helping you a little bit at this rank. Don't get me wrong, but like you're pretty
It's
consistent.
predictable. It's a very
Right.
predictable pattern. AD. Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
would say that too.
It's not a varied AD thing. Yes, you get
It-
some S in there, but good.
The gain in accuracy by not spamming it would probably benefit me compared to the slight gain in, oh, he's kind of harder to hit because he's moving left and right. When, like you said, it's not even really a good strafe. It's very predictable.
Right. Right.
Uh,
So that's the first place that we're going to go. The second place that we're going to go is, I mean, we can say, hey, a more general, you're out in the open too often. You're not respecting sight lines. You're a little too like, oh, we talked about this tank in front of me thing. When no, just get yourself to the cover. That hasn't gone away, and we're not going to get rid of that. But like, just take the cover. Just take the cover. Just take the cover. If you're worried about the hit scan, great. Dump your abilities and then you can drop. Fine. Or wait until, okay, my team is, I'm healing at a parallel, whatever. I'm healing at a parallel to my team, and now my team is pushing. Now my Widow's taking a shot. Now I'll open the angle and get more aggressive. Now I'll open the angle and get more aggressive. So that's not too bad from a cover standpoint. And then I can't just not mention your nades. You just need to practice your nades. Like, you literally need to practice your nades, and I would actually recommend you open up because your accuracy with them isn't good enough. I would recommend you turn off the cooldown, open up a custom game, and sort of run around Route 66 or whatever map you want. I'm just saying Route 66 because we're here trying to hit specific spots with nades. And, oh, you miss? Adjust until you can hit it, and then hit that same spot 3 times in a row, and then move to somewhere else and hit that same spot. You sort of see where I'm going with this, where it's like just practice hitting your nades at spots that you want. And then once you can consistently do that, get to a point where you go, I'm going to heal across a spot where I'm pretending a person is, and then I'm going to land my nade at that same spot. Because those will be different, and those will also be different at different distances, just to get used to it. And you don't have to do like a ton of that. Like, anything more than 10 minutes of that will probably be mind numbing after the first time. But even doing 10 minutes of that and then going and doing, you don't even have to do this a lot of times, but even doing 10 minutes of that, I think you'll find significant gains in, oh, this is what my nade is like. This is how my nade works compared to my shot, because especially with some of those deeper long distance nades, they're just not there. Does that make sense?
yeah. I think I don't put enough air on them. They're only short.
Yep.
I need to practice them
Okay.
to get a feel for how to get that air under them, how to hit that right arc.
Yep. You got it. Okay. So with that in mind, do you have any questions, general stuff you want to cover, anything of the sort?
No, I think you covered most of it pretty well. I think most of the stuff I already know. So like
I'm
I'm
not
aware
shocked.
of it. Yeah, I'm aware of it, especially after last review. I'm aware
Sure.
of it. So I just have to, like you said, practice. I know I need to practice my nades and stuff. I'm trying to
Yep.
think if there's a question.
So what I would say to that is really try to work on one thing at a time, but I'm going to make an exception for that nade thing. The nade thing doesn't even have to be taking mental space, because you just go do it. And when you go do it, you're thinking about it exclusively because there's nothing else to think about. You've built a drill for yourself. So drop that from what you're thinking about, but everything else, pick one thing and think about it. It might be your strafing, it might be your cover, but pick one thing and do that thing.
What do
and
you
I
think would be more important, the strafing or the cover?
I'd go for the cover, personally. I think the strafing will naturally fall away a little bit as you're using cover, but I would go with the cover.
I think I've made improvements
have.
compared to what I was doing
You
in the last
absolutely
game,
have.
but I know that I'm trying to actively ingrain it.
Oh,
Like I said, it's so hard when you're playing with a group of friends and you're laughing and
Oh, yeah.
it's
You don't get
so
to
hard
focus on
focus.
it, and people want to
Not
do
at
the
all.
diagnosis of like, oh, let's talk about why we lost that last match. Let's pull out the scalpel and really dissect
Oh
it.
man,
And it's
you
like,
wish that, no man, it's just we lost because you suck.
Oh, there you go.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Just-
There you
yeah,
go.
there's no...
okay. I was thinking you're doing some of that so you're not getting to think about your own gameplay, but so be it.
Oh no,
So be it.
no, we're like I said, bad team. We're a bad
Okay.
team.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Then let's call that one.